finally 8,500. So this last position was about break even. 2 positions had profit. So this one would be small, this one would be big, and this one would be medium. So we might have, 1 or 2. This one might be 4 or 5. This one might be 3. Okay? And that's very typical of a trend following system, where you'll capture this chunk of profit out of a trending kind of move. Now, because this move was a little short, you'll notice that the profit was a small chunk of the actual move. And you've got to be ready for that. You have to be ready for a position where you wind up netting 300 pips, but at the peak you had 500 pips. The reason why is because if you don't let it do this, then you'll never catch the moves which are 1,000 or the moves that are 700. Okay? That's why we let this thing move as much as we can. Because when markets really start to trend and they move for a long period of time, unless we can predict where the market's going to go, it can be very difficult to try and guess, right? If not impossible. So instead of trying to guess, okay, this is actually the top, so we've got 500 pips, it's one thing to say, yeah, I would have got out right there. Okay, well, we had the same move over here where the market moved down. It moved back up, but then look at that. Okay, so you had the same 500 pips over here, but you'd have missed out on the next 300 for 850. Okay, so, how do you stay in there? Well, the only way that you can stay in there is by giving the market room to breathe. Okay? You can also use re-entry tactics, which we do. And we'll cover those as we move along. Okay, so those are the basic concepts. Looking for, the hands, looking for the weave, understanding what they look like, understanding the tactics that we use in the weave, understanding the tactics that we use in a normal trending environment. Now, what I'm going to do is very quickly go through the markets. These are live or real time, if you will. This is Friday, so we're looking at the Australian dollar as of Friday night, November 23rd. And I'll show you exactly how fast it is to analyze the market. First of all, there's no radical change here. The market's just kind of moving along with what's going on. Pardon me. The moving average and the price are moving together. There's a hand right here. You can see the market just broke through it Thursday. Other than that, you have a hand up here, and that's about it. The market is at a top here, starting to form. I know I didn't talk about it a lot in the kit. Starting to form this head and shoulders pattern, if not already kind of breaking down out of it, like that. Okay? But as far as the system from the kit is concerned, not a lot going on. You had one hand, which it did manage to break through, no weave. Here's the New Zealand dollar. Look at this. Starting to weave, isn't it? So we should be expecting a big move one way or the other. Okay, up or down. So if we're preparing for that, we have a hand right there, and we have a hand right there, which also happened to be the box. Okay, this is called boxing the market. I call this boxing out. And that's where we would look to trade. So anticipate a trend move coming out of the New Zealand dollar shortly because of this weave. That's what I'm anticipating. Here's the euro. We did have the market breaking over a hand right there to the